Did you know the property management industry in the U.S. is worth like $99 billion? It's massive. Makes you want to, maybe Airbnb your backyard.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
But really, though, when you've got a market that big, it's bound to attract some innovators, right? So today, we're doing a deep dive on one of those innovators, May I Stay. They're a platform that's been getting a lot of buzz. We've got testimonials, we've got realtor messaging, we even dug into their terms of use. So let's see if May I Stay actually lives up to the hype.
That sounds like a fun one. What is it about May I Stay that caught your eye?
Well, the testimonials, honestly. Property managers seem to be really liking it. They're saying May I Stay goes way beyond credit scores to help them understand potential tenants.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're talking about insights into, like, real renter behavior.
That makes sense. I mean, credit scores are just a snapshot, right? It sounds like May I Stay is giving a much more complete picture, getting data from different places to get a better sense of someone's rental history.
Exactly. And it's not just talk, they've got the stories to back it up.
Oh, cool.
There's Sarah. She manages single-family homes, and she says May I Stay has made her tenants happier and reduced turnover. And then there's Mark. He deals with a ton of apartment applications. He's all about how May I Stay streamlines everything and gives him solid data, which I'm sure is so important when you're dealing with that many applications.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like it's not just for apartments or houses either.
Right.
I mean, Lisa, who runs self-storage facilities, says May I Stay is great for places where you need to make fast decisions.
Yeah. And for the long-term rentals, there's Tom. His vacancy rates have apparently plummeted since he started using May I Stay.
Wow. So they're really covering a lot of ground.
Yeah, they've even got Cindy, who manages an RV park, and Emily, who does vacation rentals, using it.
Really?
Cindy loves the fast screenings to help her keep things safe and fun, and Emily likes knowing she's getting responsible guests. Which makes sense, especially with short-term rentals.
Yeah, you really want to make sure you've got good people staying in your place. So it seems like May I Stay is working well for a bunch of different property types. That's pretty impressive.
It is, but it gets more interesting. They're not just going after property managers. May I Stay has a whole strategy for getting realtors involved, too.
Oh, right. I saw some stuff about that.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Well, they've got this incentive structure.
Yeah.
Realtors can offer their clients discounted May I Stay subscriptions and earn commissions from that.
Smart.
Yeah, and then they build up some residual income, too. It's pretty clever.
I mean, it makes sense. Realtors already work so closely with property managers.
Right.
It's a natural fit.
And when you think about the numbers, it makes even more sense. Imagine a realtor who's working with small, medium, and large property management companies. If they sign them all up for May I Stay, that's like an extra $68 a month, or $816 a year just for adding this service to what they already offer.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Plus, they've got this legacy period.
Yeah.
It's a 9-month window where property managers can get really low subscription rates.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for realtors to sign up clients early and take advantage of those discounts.
For sure. But I'm curious, what happens after that legacy period?
That's a great question. It makes you think about not just how appealing May I Stay is now, but also its long-term value.
Exactly.
Okay, but before we go too far down that road, let's go back to those discounts for a minute. May I Stay seems to be really pushing them, especially for property managers.
Discounts can be a big deal. They make it easier to try something new. And in a competitive market like property management, saving money is always good.
Right, and the savings aren't small either. A small business could save $48 a year, a medium business, $72, and a large business, $120.
That's not insignificant.
No, it's not.
It also kind of creates this feeling of partnership.
Oh, how so?
Well, when a realtor offers a discounted May I Stay subscription, they're basically saying, hey, I'm looking out for you. They become a trusted advisor.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the relationships and how they all work together. That's interesting. But I'm curious about the terms of use. What does May I Stay say about how they handle all this data they're collecting?
That's a good point. We can't just focus on the flashy stuff. We need to see what they're saying about privacy and all that. So before we got into the terms of use, we were talking about how May I Stay works for all those different types of properties and how they're getting realtors on board with those incentives and all. But now let's actually look at those terms of use. Let's see how May I Stay says they're handling all that data they're collecting.
Yeah, you can't just take their word for it, right? They're getting a lot of info on people's rental histories. That's pretty sensitive stuff. So what does the fine print actually say?
Well, right away, they emphasize privacy and security a lot.
Okay, good.
They say they follow all the industry standards and regulations to protect that information, which is a good start, especially these days.
Yeah, that's reassuring. But what about the details? Like, how are they actually using this data? Are they sharing it? Do users have any control over it?
Actually, they're pretty clear about that.
Yeah.
They say that the data is only used for tenant screening services,
Okay.
and they're very upfront about not selling it or sharing it with anyone else.
So, like, no targeted ads based on my rental history?
Uh-huh, right.
That's a relief. But what about the users themselves? Can they see their own data? Correct it if something's wrong? Or even, like, opt out of the whole thing?
Yeah, definitely. May I Stay lets users access, review, and even request changes to their info.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got a clear process for opting out and deleting everything, too. That kind of transparency and control is pretty great. Not
Yeah.
everyone does that.
No, they don't. It seems like
Mhm.
they're really taking data privacy seriously, which is important with this kind of stuff.
Right.
But things change all the time, right?
Yeah,
The laws around data protection are always evolving.
you're absolutely right. And it can be different depending on where you are, too. What's okay in one state might not be in another. This is where realtors can really come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can help people understand not just May I Stay itself, but also all the legal and ethical stuff around tenant screening.
So it's not just about finding places to buy and sell anymore.
Yeah.
Realtors are becoming more like, what, advisors,
Exactly.
helping their clients navigate this whole new world.
Like a big shift.
It is. It shows how much technology is changing real estate. You really need someone who knows what they're doing to guide you.
Definitely.
So we've talked about a lot with May I Stay. The good reviews, their realtor strategy, and now their terms of use.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing things right. But are there any downsides? Any challenges they might face?
That's a great question, and it's a perfect way to lead into the next part of our deep dive. May I Stay might sound great on paper, but we need to think about how it could impact everyone, not just property managers and realtors, but renters too.
Right, we need to look at the big picture. All right, so welcome back for the last part of our deep dive into May I Stay. We've covered a lot. Testimonials, realtor stuff, their terms of use, all that. But now I think it's time to step back a bit and think about, like, the bigger picture. How could this data-driven approach to tenant screening really change things?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? How will May I Stay change the rental market for everyone involved? Not just the property managers and the realtors, but the renters too.
Exactly.
And I think it's fair to say that at first glance, it might seem like it's putting renters under a microscope. Like every little thing they do is being watched and analyzed.
That's a good point. It does make you think about privacy and fairness. But could there be a positive side for renters too?
Oh, absolutely. Imagine if your rental history wasn't just about paying on time, but about being a responsible tenant overall.
Okay, yeah.
It'd be like a credit score, but for renting.
So if you have a good May I Stay rating, it could help you just like a good credit score does.
Exactly. It could make it easier to get a better place, maybe even lower deposits or better lease terms.
Interesting.
It kind of flips the script on tenant screening. Instead of being a barrier, it becomes a way for good renters to show what they're like and actually benefit from it.
I like that. It encourages people to be good tenants, which helps everyone. But of course, there are always challenges with new tech. What are some potential downsides?
Well, data security is huge. May I Stay is dealing with sensitive info, so they have to protect it from hacks and misuse. Cybersecurity is a constant battle.
True. What about transparency? Renters should know how their data is being used and what affects their May I Stay rating.
Absolutely. May I Stay needs to be open about how they do things and explain it clearly to users. They also need to be open to feedback and address any concerns people have. Trust is so important for a platform like this, and that trust comes from communication and accountability.
It sounds like May I Stay has the potential to really shake things up. But they have some big responsibilities too. And for you, the listener, this brings up an important question. In a world where your rental history is more visible and matters more, how will you approach being a tenant? What can you do to build a good reputation and use these new tools to your advantage?
Those are great questions to think about. And for anyone who wants to learn more about May I Stay and see how it might affect them, I definitely recommend checking out their website, maystay.com.
It's been a really interesting deep dive, and I hope you've learned something new about this innovative platform and how it could change the rental market.
Thanks for listening.